are so excited that you're here with us for another episode of Meet My Mississippi Authors and Artists, and we have a real treat with you today. I always try to let them introduce themselves, so today I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself to you.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Reggie Kelly from Aberdeen, Mississippi, born and raised, small town country boy. Went to Mississippi State University where I played tight end there. Drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in 1999. Played 13 years in the NFL with the Falcons and also the Cincinnati Bengals. Wrote a book called Prepared Body and Mind and Spirit. I can't wait to share that with you guys. And also the founder and owner of Kyvan Foods. One taste, you'll appreciate the goodness.
Absolutely. That stuff is the bomb, y'all. Okay, so now I'm going to go back. I always try to go back and step back and say how I know these people. Now, I only know you really through your lovely wife.
That's so I got you.
Absolutely. So I'm always talking about Mississippi and people from Mississippi. So then she was posting a lot of stuff, and she is like your number one fan and your number one promoter. Y'all need to give her a raise as far as promoting this stuff, okay? Because she is on it. So she was going around in different places and finding places where they could get your products, and I was like, I need to know who this is. So I found out about the products, then I found out about you, and this is how I know you. So we're going to talk about, what do we need to talk about first? Okay. When did you start playing football? When did you start loving football? Like when you were 5th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, or when they put a ball in your hand and when you were 2 years old? What?
Take me back to the good old
yes,
days.
absolutely.
Good old days. You know, back in Aberdeen, you know, the kids, we used to always watch football with our parents.
Okay.
Used to watch the Washington Redskins against the Dallas Cowboys. That was the big time rivalry game.
Okay.
Back then.
Always was it always
then. My dad's a Cowboy.
Right.
Even though I played in the NFL, he still was a Cowboy.
Right.
He supported me. But he loved his boys, America's team.
Absolutely.
And so we used to always watch football with our families. Then after the games, all the neighborhood boys would get together in somebody's backyard and imitate our favorite heroes. Joe Montana. You know, Cowboys. Anytime big time players like a Lawrence Taylor, Jerry Rice, Walter Payton. We would imitate those guys, do those touchdown dances that they used to do. And all in hopes that one day we would make it into the big times. Didn't know that it would happen, but we sure wanted it to happen. And so as far as I can remember being a boy, I always wanted to play, you know, in the NFL or NBA. The NFL was the best thing, one of the best things that could have happened to me from the standpoint of being able to provide, being able to be an influence, being able to help. The good Lord has definitely blessed me with that. And playing football, I played 13 years again. I enjoyed it tremendously. And you never know, the next generation may come up.
Because he's coming on like that.
He enjoyed football as well.
Yeah, and when you said NBA, that just brought back a memory because when I first saw you all at the Jugtown Grill in Aberdeen, the first thing I said, God, he is tall. I'm like, do football players usually that tall? They're usually big, but I mean, I was like, okay. So you could have been either one, and either way, it could have gone either way now.
I felt like football was my best suit. That was the best opportunity for me to make it. When I played basketball, I was a pretty good basketball player as well. The only thing is I was one of those guys what we call a big guy in the post, a forward or a center.
Absolutely.
And I was 6'4".
Right.
Well, back in the days, I would have been squared up against a guy by the name of Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, okay. Well,
so that really wouldn't work in my favor. So I figured, football may be the next best option for me. And I put all my skill set, worked extremely hard, paid close attention to the details, and the rest is history. I was able to have an opportunity to live out a childhood dream. Again, didn't know that it would happen.
Right.
But I sure wanted
being
to happen.
prepared.
Being prepared.
That's what they say about success, that opportunity meets preparation. And that's where your book comes in about being prepared. Now tell us about the background of when you started writing the book, how you got it together, who might have helped you with the book or whatever. You can talk to me or talk to them about what is being prepared, body, mind, spirit. Love that.
Well, you know, I believe that, you know, in life, we tend to learn a lot of lessons as we go through our day-to-day activities. Some lessons are good, some lessons are hard, but we tend to learn our greatest lessons through struggles, through times of difficulty. Yeah, you can learn lessons when things are going great. You can learn lessons when things are smooth, but we tend to grow We tend to expand.
Like the old people said, a hard head make a soft behind. We got to get hit.
And my mom still tells me that to this day. I'm 42
because
years
that's
old.
how you learn those lessons. Hey, get hit upside the head a few times with them hard lessons. That day you're going to learn them.
I agree. And so, through this book, I want to encourage people to realize that when you're going through difficulties, when you're going through struggle, don't try to run away from that.
Okay.
Embrace it. Face it, because all it's going to do is stretch you and make you the man or woman that God has called you to be. You always have to be prepared. In order to get from one level to the next, you got to prepare yourself for that.
Absolutely.
Frederick Douglass said, if there's no struggle, there's no progress.
Absolutely.
So in order for us to progress, we have to go through struggles.
Absolutely.
And the more difficult the struggle, the more great the opportunity and blessings you receive.
Oh my goodness, that is a message for everybody, especially from the young kids coming up. You have to be prepared, and that starts with learning how to read. I mean, just a basic thing, learning how to read, getting out of high school, going to college or trade school or whatever. That entails all of that. So tell us about the mind and the spirit. What do you emphasize in the book when you says to reach your limitless potential?
Well, I think that entails every phase of your life, body, mind, and spirit. I believe that we can grow in every phase, and we're challenged to grow in every phase. Again, I am a man of God, a man of faith. And I believe that everything that we go through, everything that we experience is going to prepare us for this life and the life after.
Absolutely.
When we talk about heaven, we know heaven is filled with love. Well, in order for us to know how to love, we have to experience that down here on earth, so that we'll be prepared to handle that.
I love that. Don't y'all love this message? And I'm sure you talk a lot about the body as far as training and what you have to go through, and you have to just keep to it and all that. You go through that in the book also.
Yes, I talk about the body as well, and especially for athletes, every athlete wants to make it to the next level, which is on the pro level. Well, in order to do that, you have to be extremely prepared with the right type of fundamentals. And footwork, I stress to my football team, and I coach 8th graders too as well.
Wonderful.
I stress to them FLH. The F stands for footwork, L stands for leverage, the H stands for hands.
Okay.
That's from a standpoint of a football player, you have to have those 3 aspects in order to be really good at your craft. You have to have great footwork, whether if you are a wide receiver, a running back, an offensive lineman, or a quarterback. You have to have great leverage. The game of football is determined by your leverage, and you have to use your hands properly in order to dominate your opponent. If you take care of those little things, and if you're properly prepared with those fundamentals, that intel will help you win battles as well. And so, I just try to give the kids in every aspect, give them little keys that's going to help them, and little keys that's going to help them be the very best that they can be. And the thing I always tell the kids is that I will not let them down.
Okay.
All right. I'm a coach that I'm going to love you even if it's tough love, because that tough love is going to help you get to where you want to be.
Oh, that's beautiful. And everything that you're saying in this book and what you're teaching them is life lessons.
It
can go way beyond football and basketball, because I was at a male symposium this weekend, and the numbers are astounding. Every young boy wants to be an NBA star or football, but it's like 1 in every how many? What is the statistic? I forgot what it was, but it's
less than 2%.
Okay, right.
Less than 2%.
Exactly.
As far as those who make it on that level. And I grew up, next door to my grandma, and she always told me, "Baby, don't put all your eggs in one basket."
Okay, right. I love those old sayings, and they're right. They're right about what they're saying.
Exactly.
They know what they're talking about.
She was just trying to tell me, "Baby, God has given you so many different talents.
Okay.
He's giving you so many
Be
different
prepared for whatever
resources.
you can go into.
He's giving you so many different opportunities that they didn't have. So you have to take full advantage of it, and don't just focus on one thing.
Oh, I
Use
love
every
that.
gift, every talent that you have, every resource that you have, and make the most of it. Don't just be like the average person. When God has called you to be above average. And so strive for that. And that's
And you are doing that because, we done got to the barbecue sauces, the businessman, the entrepreneur, all that. And I was telling you and your wife, it's like, I'm so country. I was calling the thing Kevin, but it's really Kevin, like
That's
Kevin, Kevin.
That's good.
But I was like, Kevin. Okay, now tell us how this all came about. This is beautiful. Like, what made you think, we need to make some sauces, or we have a recipe that's good enough to market? How did this all come about?
I never thought that I would be in this industry, in the food industry. Never in a million years.
Okay.
Getting closer to my retirement years in the NFL, I spoke to my coach. Marvin Lewis was the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals. My position coach, tight end coach, was Jonathan Hayes, and I spoke with them in depth about how can I transition from football to the next phase of life, and what would be my best fit? Again, I was trying to be prepared before I retired.
Okay, prepared.
I just don't talk about it. I actually tried to live it. And so I wanted to be prepared so that whenever I did transition from football, I would already have my foot on the ground walking into the next business venture. And so I spoke with those coaches, and they told me, and they said, well, Reggie, we really think you'll be great in the front office, being a general manager of some sorts like that. And so I made proper preparations to begin doing that so that I could work in the front office and be an executive. Well, during that time, I used to throw free football camps for the kids in Aberdeen. The kids who exemplify great academic excellence, I would give them free football camps, have them fly my teammates down here to reward the kids. Wow. I would give them free NFL gear, feed them afterwards. But after those football camps, and for that matter, after anything in Mississippi,
hungry, got to eat,
have some good food.
And there's gonna be some barbecue up in there somewhere, some chicken somewhere.
And so, my family and my wife's family, they cook for all the volunteers.
Oh wow!
And lo and behold, I didn't think a business venture would come out of it, but my teammates said, Reggie, man, you need to do something with your family recipes.
It'll come to you. A man's gift make a way for him. You hear me?
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm telling you, it's gonna come to you.
Yes, ma'am. And so my teammates said, you need to take your family recipes, put them on the market. And I was a little bit hesitant because I never scratched that surface.
Right.
Never scratched the surface.
Don't know nothing about that.
All I knew was football. But I knew that if somebody else could do it, surely I could do it as well.
Okay.
And so my teammates were very adamant. I mean, they kept pushing me to the point where I said, well, let's accept the challenge. I spoke to my wife and I said, well, if we're going to do this, we need to gather our family secrets, which we did. And I said, we need to come up with a catchy name. I was going to name it Reggie Kelly. But I was like, oh, that's too plain. That's too plain.
In vain. It's all about me. All about me.
That's not my style. Then I said, well, 82s. And I said, well, that's a number of football players who've had the 82 jersey. Then my wife mentioned, well, why not leave a great legacy behind for our kids by naming the company after them?
That's the thing about having a wonderful wife, a good wife, baby. Yes.
Earlier, now you can continue.
Absolutely.
And by the way, her name is Sheila
Kelly.
She's
yes.
the apple of my eyes. She's
absolutely.
A beautiful woman.
Y'all know that, ladies. Okay. Wait, we don't have to get into all that now.
I'm with you. I'm an alpha, so I'm with you.
And my dad's an alpha.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, but he has a wonderful wife, and she is so supportive, and that's how this really came about with this woman pushing him in, to do that. Now get back to that name again, because that's a beautiful story too.
Yes, and so we named the company Kyvan Foods, and we basically combined our two kids' names. My oldest daughter, she's 15. Her name is Kyla. That's where the KY comes from, and my son, Kaven, he's 13. That's where the VAN comes from. So Kyvan Foods. So we want to leave a legacy behind to our kids. We want to work extremely hard, which is what we're doing. We're involved with the day-to-day operation, which is what we're doing.
And where is it bottled and where is it made and everything? Is it in Mississippi now or is it in Georgia?
Yes, we have it bottled in Mississippi and in Georgia as well.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that we have the product made here with our southern roots here in Mississippi.
Absolutely.
But we also have it made in Georgia too, because I played for the Falcons as well. So I had to keep some Falcon ties.
Absolutely. Well. Now tell us what was the first product and the first flavor, because y'all done got to pull some stuff up.
This product right here was the absolute
first thing, honey apple salsa. Who comes up with some honey? When I saw that, I'm like, honey apple salsa, baby, that stuff is the bomb.
Yes, my honey apple salsa was our first opportunity to get the products on the market. And I tell you, I did a review schedule with Walmart. Within being in business for 3 months. And we all know how hard it is to do business with Walmart.
Absolutely.
We know
you have to jump through some hoops, all kind of very.
Doesn't matter if you are a professional athlete or celebrity.
Anybody.
They are extremely tough. And had a meeting with them within 3 months of being in business.
They wanted it.
Absolutely loved the product. He thought it would be a great idea, and immediately put us in stores. And at that moment, I said, you know what?
We got some. Okay, right. Y'all taste this stuff. I'm telling you, my son drinks it like he's drinking a soda. I'm like, baby, put it down. Stop.
and so that's the gist of how Kyvan Foods got started. And we want to continue to build more and more distribution.
And look at here, y'all. We got sweet potato vinaigrette. Okay, come on now. Honey apple butter. This can go. What do y'all do with this in pies and I mean, this goes every biscuits,
toast.
Go to their page, Kyvan, and look at some recipes and look how they use this. And you can give these for Father's Day, Christmas. I mean, this stuff is, I can't say enough. What is this right here? What is it?
That's the dry barbecue rub. So
oh,
you can't have
no. Come on now. Stop the madness. What is honey apple barbecue sauce? Mm-hmm. And if you look into cherry apple barbecue sauce, I've never even heard of any of these flavors in barbecue sauces.
And that's what we have to do. You know, in this industry,
you have to get your niche, and you are definitely carving out your niche.
Well, you have to. In this industry, you have companies that's been doing this for 50, 60, 70, 100 years. Mm-hmm. We've been doing it for 8 years. So
wow.
In order for us to get customers and consumers to look at our brand, we have to do something catchy.
Yes.
We have to establish great brand awareness, great marketing in order to get our customers to like our product and to move from the brand that they've been using all their lives to using our new brand. And so having a great marketing catch, having a great brand awareness, and also having a great product.
Absolutely.
That keeps the consumers coming back for more.
Website is stellar. When you first got it redone, it was a guy from Tupelo, right? Who did?
Yes,
Courtney Sargent did that.
Absolutely great
Doesn't
work.
he? He's award-winning with graphics and all that. And when that really, I can't really afford him right now. But look, when you did that website, y'all need to go to his website. Give him your website address. What is?
My website is www.kyvan82.com. That's KYVAN 82.com. And again, one taste, you'll appreciate the goodness.
I'm telling you, you will. And that website is the bomb. I mean, the pictures, the way it's all that.
Well, Courtney does great work from here in Tupelo. Courtney is excellent. He helps us out with a lot of our graphics art.
And now he's in Dallas now, or
he's in Dallas now doing bigger and
better things. Absolutely.
And that's the thing, I love supporting brands, especially small businesses, because we should all help each other, grow. And not only have I worked with Courtney, I worked with a number of small startup entrepreneurs. And
you have, and this your marketing and branding. Now tell me this, because this is going to help business people and things, because you have to change and grow and do and tweak. Okay, when you first started, was the logo like more orange or something, or different color, and now it's red? Because I was all in it. I be watching stuff because I have to know. Baby, what? Am I following the stuff? Shoot, yeah. I want to know how it goes, because other people want to know the steps you have to go with branding. It just doesn't get out there, and you don't catch people for no reason. You have to do some marketing stuff, and
you do, and you have to accept change. You have to accept good heart criticism.
Absolutely.
You have to understand that there are people smarter than you who experience
and let those experts do what they do, and you do your part of the thing.
Let the experts do what they're trained to do.
Okay.
Critique you.
Y'all need to listen to that. Okay.
Yeah, and the critiquing is not to put you down or to make you feel bad, but the critiquing is really to help you get better.
Exactly.
And to help expand your brand. We started out with a logo. It was a really dull logo, and it was a logo. Someone had the Cincinnati Bengals stripes on it. I had it shaped more so like a football, and the label was really kind of like the color of a football field.
Right. Okay.
I wanted people to recognize me playing football.
Right. All about him, y'all. You see what I'm talking?
Yes, indeed. And so when I put that actual product, the honey apple sauce, when I put it on the shelves.
It didn't.
With that particular label, it didn't pop.
Right.
No pop. It blended in with the other products. And I had a number of consultants and experts say, you need to bring out the pop. You need to, because this is a new brand. You want everything about your new brand
when
to
they go
stand
down
out.
that aisle, they need to be like, okay, what's that?
What is that? And even if they don't buy it, they come back the next time.
Right.
What is that?
Exactly.
Until the point where they do buy it, and then from that point on, we like to say we have them hooked.
Okay.
And so we updated let me take a look.
You did.
We updated the logo to where it looks like an actual wholesome logo.
Yeah,
with
Whole
the
Foods, because people are all into healthy stuff, and that's what you got in there, that apple stuff and honey. So.
And we also improved the actual label where it's not dark, where it's a little bit lighter, and that helps it pop. And then we put a little red, little green.
Business folks, y'all listen to this now. This is part of all of this whole thing. It's a package deal. You have to market it. I tell authors, writing your book is 20% of it. Y'all had your recipe and all that, but then marketing and getting it to the people is like 80% of the deal.
It is.
Because people, You can't make money. You can't do anything if people don't know it's out there, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. And the one thing my wife and I always talk about, sometimes you have to spend money in order to make money.
You have to.
But you have to be very strategic in spending money. You shouldn't just waste money and spend bunch. There's all kinds of different ways that you can market inexpensively, especially social media. That's one of the most inexpensive ways of marketing. You can create your own newsletters, email blasts. We sometimes even do, well, not sometimes, a lot of times we do even a lot of giveaways
and we're going to do some wonderful things with this. So y'all stay tuned to this and stay tuned to the air date for this, because we're definitely going to be giving away some of these wonderful products. Now, are you on Instagram? You're on Facebook?
Yes, we're on Instagram. Well, my company Instagram account is Kyven82. Facebook is Kyven as well.
Okay.
My personal stuff, all of my personal stuff is on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even LinkedIn is Reggie Kelly 82. I love that 82. That was my number,
I know.
So I have to
all about him, y'all. That's all right. That's all right. Now tell us what your family, your mom, family thinks about this whole venture and how you've come into all of this.
I grew up in a loving family. I grew up in a loving family. I had a dad who was a disciplinarian, hard-working man. My mother was extremely hard-working as well. My mother didn't play around as well. And then I had an older brother. And my older brother was just like one of my parents as well. He kept a close eye on me. He made sure that I did things the right way. But he would always give me choices. He would always say, Reggie, listen, whatever choice you make, I got you back. But listen, you have to understand there's going to be rewards or consequences from your choices. You know, whichever choice you make, I got you back. But make sure that you try to do the right thing, and I'll always be there to support you. And so I had that type of support system around me growing up. So I was the youngest in the household of 3 older, so to speak. And they raised me to accept nothing less but the best. To pay close attention to the detail. My dad would always say, if you're going to do something, do it right the first time.
Absolutely.
Do it right the first time. So that instilled in me hard work, paying close attention to the detail, always believing I can outwork the next man to become a success. And that goes
into being prepared. All of that he's talking about, being prepared. Love that, love that. So what is a day-to-day dealings of a business? What is it that goes into, you get up in the morning, do you check on how the sales are going? Do you put input into it, see what kind of commercials we're going to make? What goes into that? People need to know that.
Well, as far as from the standpoint of a food business, a lot that goes in, you wake up in the morning, you know, I have my quiet time with the good Lord to make sure I get my mindset properly prepared for the day, regardless if it's going to be an easy day or a tough day. I want to have my mindset already prepared for that. After that, we check emails because we're going to get some POs, some different orders coming in. You may have some of our companies may need some rush orders. You may have some complaints from customers, which again, when it comes to customers, we always say the customer is always right.
Okay, and you learn from the complaints.
Even when they're wrong, they're always right.
For then, until we fix whatever was with them, right.
That's how it is, and so we handle all those things as well. Then after that point, I have to go and do some different presentations and meetings from people that want to buy our product. So I may have to fly out, or I may have to drive 30 to 40 minutes to have presentations. Get back home, that could be around 5 or 6 o'clock. Then I do things with my kids. Either spend time with my kids or do stuff with my son doing basketball or football, things of that nature. So it's always a full day. And so there's no room for, I try to sneak in a nap every now and again, but I don't get as much as I would like.
Wife likes to stay behind the scenes, but I want to know where the kids stand behind you over here so we can see them. Do y'all mind getting in the picture? Y'all don't mind? I want y'all to see where this product came from, so we'll know the name.
From my better half, Sheila, to my kids. Come on, Kyla. Kyla's my oldest.
Yes, come over here. Y'all just stand over here if you can. We ain't messing you up.
I'm gonna stand up. Well, I'm gonna let the kids Kyla sit down right here. David. That's my oldest daughter right here.
Your camera ain't gonna be right.
I know. Let me get down.
You're too tired about it. I just want them to stand behind you, Dad, for a minute so we can see these lovely faces. And I really wanted them to see him because his face, he's starting to look exactly like you. Do people tell you all the time you're looking like your dad? Well, you are looking just like your dad.
Think he has more swag than I do. Which I think swag is okay word now. Can we use swag?
Yes, you can. Okay, now what is your name again? I'm sorry.
Kyla.
Kyla, and you're 16 or 15? 15. Okay, the age where you know everything. Parents don't know anything. It's like she looks like a baby. She look like a baby. We want you to stay a baby. You don't know your parents want you to stay at 12, 11. You look like that. 12.
She got learners from there too, so she's driving.
I know she's driving now. Mama put that on the Facebook, so we kind of keep up with the family and the business and all this. And are you all involved in the business at all? Do you help them package anything or do commercials or go with them?
I come up with some ideas.
Oh, what idea have you come up with?
Like business plans, like like when they should spend some money on stuff.
Okay.
Or like advertisements.
Okay.
She's really smart with that.
What was one of your advertisement ideas? See, kids know stuff. Yeah, she ain't no kid, y'all. I ain't gonna say kids, because when you get 15
did you hear what she said? Say that again, Kyle.
They don't always use it, but sometimes they take it into consideration.
But you know, they might not use it at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But it's in there, and that's what I'm saying.
And that's the one thing that I like about my kids. They have to understand that just because you may have an idea, it may not always be you.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean you stop.
Absolutely.
You continue to have more ideas. You continue until that idea flourishes and be something
Absolutely.
special. So that's good.
Absolutely. I love this. I love the idea of this legacy product, and I want y'all to support this because, number one, y'all know I'm always about promoting a positive Mississippi, and this is a homegrown Mississippi product. Well, we're going to get a Georgia part because he going to have, okay, the folks watching from Georgia, but hey, this is a homegrown Mississippi man and family. So we're going to let y'all have the Georgia part, too.
All right, thank you so much. We got to share. We got to share in this caring.
We are, but we just...
Could you do me one favor, though? Could you ask K-Man? Could you ask my son a question?
Yes. I want to know, what do you think about your dad doing this business? And what is your input in the business?
It tastes good.
It does. It tastes awesome. So that's good from a young man, because y'all know if it passed the test of young men, it's like, okay, yeah, we love that. So what are your ambitions? Are you trying to follow after your dad with football and things like that? Wonderful. Now tell me, have you read his book?
Have you read the book?
Oh, see there? Now you just like my son. It's like, see, you got to read the book and put... You said what?
I read a page or two.
You read a page or two. Now that's your homework for the summer. Both of y'all got to read the book, because this is some. Both of y'all got to read the book, and it's like, I love this size. You don't see books this size often.
Yes.
Most of them are 8 by 10, bigger than this. This is such a pocket book. Yeah, it can just put in your pocket somewhere.
I like the size.
I love this size.
Didn't make it too big or too long as well. I think it was.
Who decided that?
That's right. What my editor did. My editor did a tremendous job. And he's up in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Howard Wells was my editor. Did a great job of just coming up with the pictures, making sure he edited the product really well. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. And to be honest with you, I was just talking to my wife on our trip up here. At some point or another, I'm going to write another book and use his services again.
Well, I'm going to let y'all sit down, because I know you're tired of standing. But thank you for standing by.
You guys are so lovely. Thank you.
Yes, but I love this size. And see, that's what we're talking about. You getting an editor, someone to help you with it. And okay, this card, this is what you're going to see when you probably can't see it, but we're going to flash it up there. When you go to his website, it is so professionally done, and it's just a wonderful website. And Reggie Kelly, and then there's information on the back. But go to the website to find out his story and his history, and it will really inspire you to know more about Mississippi, and to know that we have some wonderful people coming out of Mississippi and wonderful products. Now, we're going to start wrapping it up. What are the messages you want to tell? Anything you want to tell these people about your products, about your book, about you, about your lifestyle, anything? Just it's on you.
I would much rather end by giving a few words just of encouragement. When I made it to the NFL, I had an NFL veteran wide receiver by the name of Terrence Matthew. He was an all-pro everything. Back then, he was one of the first receivers to catch 100+ passes in the game. Now, in today's society, that's normal. But back when I played,
right,
that was unheard of.
Okay.
And when I was a rookie, Terrence pulled me to the side and said, "Reggie, listen, if you do the little things right, the big things will automatically occur." I pondered that, and it somewhat went in one ear out the next. Because as a young guy coming into the NFL, I thought I knew it all. I thought that nobody could stop me. Until I experienced a couple of bumps, a couple of bruises, a hard head.
Y'all hear that, young people? You think you're invincible.
Yes, and I absolutely did. until I kept getting knocked on my butt over and over again. I kept missing assignments and kept messing up on some of my plays. Then those words popped in my mind again. Reggie, if you do the little things right, the big things will occur. All Terrence was telling me is sometimes we always want to experience the big things, but in order to experience those big things, you first got to do the little things.
Okay.
The little things will automatically make the big things occur for you. You don't have to focus on the big things. If you focus on those small things, those small things will help you achieve great success far beyond your imagination. So I want to encourage anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a kid, a grown up, whatever lifestyle you're living, whatever financial situation that you're in, whatever ethnic background you're from, if you do the little things right, the big things will automatically occur. And I'm a witness, and I can definitely say I've experienced it, I've lived it, and I pray God continue to bless me to be more of an inspiration.
Wonderful. I'm just sitting here in awe because this has been an amazing interview. If I had to say so myself, I'm just like, I'm loving it. Your message is phenomenal, and thank you for inspiring and encouraging and for writing this book, because this is really going to help a whole lot of people, from younger people on up, just to know, be prepared, body, mind, spirit. Using the gridiron boundaries to reach your limitless potential. Love that, Reggie Kelly. And go to the website, Kyvan. I'm still going to be saying Kyvan because I'll be like, hey, I don't know, at least y'all know Kyvan, at least you know. Still, I love this and all these flavors, and y'all look out for a giveaway, because we're going to be doing some like and shares so that y'all can get some of these wonderful products. Yes, go find them in Okay, tell us around Mississippi some of the places that you can find these.
Well, within next week we'll be in Kroger locations on their local set. So around the meat aisle in that display, we're going to be in the Kroger set. We're going to have our sweet potato vinaigrette salad dressing.
Okay.
The sweet potato barbecue sauce, the honey apple salsa, the hot and mild version of that, and that honey apple butter. Now listen,
this stuff goes on everything,
be careful with that. That's very, very addictive.
Okay, so it is.
With it.
I mean, see, and I have an addictive personality. Like, I don't even be putting it on food. I'm like spooning it out, just eating it out of the jar, you know.
And for the men, I'm trying to help you out so you get your wife to make those homemade biscuits from scratch. Now you got some apple butter to go with it, guys.
I'm telling you, they have recipes on there, and somebody put it in a pie or something, put something in there. I don't know. It was just like all the things you can do with this stuff. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. So we're loving it. We're loving these products. We're going to support these products.
Thank you, man.
Everybody who's watching, y'all better be buying some of this Kyvan products, and go to the store and ask them, and don't be country like me, because when you go to the front counter and ask them Kyvan, they're going to say, we ain't got none of that. Well, they just say Reggie Kelly's products. Okay, smaller mom and pop businesses. Are there any that carry this around?
Sure, yeah, we go to Vial. We have product in vials and sunflower as well in West Point, and also in Columbus as well. Okay. We go to Vials in Starkville. You know, we have to have it in Stark Vegas.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, right.
I mentioned my Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Okay, yes, absolutely, definitely.
I bleed that maroon and white all day long.
Absolutely, wrap it in maroon and white. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
And okay, it's at the in Columbus. What's the William? The house. The
Tennessee
Williams house. See, my mind goes blank sometimes. Tennessee Williams house.
And we're in a number of independents throughout the
right.
state
That's
of
what I wanted people to know. The little places, and we want to promote those places that you had. So he's. You might go in a gift shop, just look around. And then if you love it, if you love a little gift shop, ask them if they'll, use the product or try the product, or,
Yes, and if there are gift shops or independent retailers that would like to have our products, please reach out to us, let us know. We ship direct to these retailers, ship direct to these little small places, because we don't mind doing business with anybody.
Absolutely.
We want anybody and everybody to experience Kyvan Foods.
Absolutely. And you've done a book signing at the Tennessee Williams house, and you've done some things there. And you had this
treasures too, special treasures in one of them. We've done book signings there as well, and they have our products also.
Okay. And you did a commercial for Columbus, or was it for the Tennessee Williams house? Visit Columbus or whatever.
Yes.
Like, okay, Reggie, baby, you doing it now. Next thing we know, he's going to be a television anchor or whatever. Because that was
my daughter. That'll be my daughter. That's what she wants to do.
Okay, it must be. You did a wonderful job with that. Who directed that? Or you just? I mean, they gave you a script, or you just started talking, or what?
They gave me a script, and what I did was I just told them that you can give me the script, and what I do is I take and add to it and add my own
Be
twist
you,
to
do
it.
you, shine, baby. He made that his own. You have to find that on YouTube or something, because that commercial is the bomb. You did that.
They did a great job editing as well. They did a great job with the music, the background.
Yes, it was a wonderful commercial.
What I wanted to do was, whenever somebody asks me to do something,
do your best.
I want to make sure I do my best. And
you
make sure
did
I go
that.
above and beyond.
Yeah, you did
what they
that.
asked me to do. So I could have read the regular script that they gave,
right,
which was a really good script, but I wanted to add my own little twist, my own little flair to it to kind of make them glad that they asked me to do it.
And this man breaks the mold of that dumb jock kind of thing, or no brain or anything.
Let me speak on that.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned
he breaks that.
Because for so many kids, again, like my grandma told me, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I try to mentor kids not to focus on athletics first.
Right.
There's a reason why we call them student athletes.
Absolutely.
Not athletic students.
Right.
The student comes first. And so it's important for the student athlete to get a quality education. My parents wouldn't let us do any sports, wouldn't let us get in any extracurricular activities unless we had the academics.
Wonderful.
I graduated with a 3.88 GPA.
Okay.
I went on to Mississippi State, was all SEC honor roll my years there.
Okay.
Received a degree in industrial technology.
Okay.
And Arthur Ashe nominee. So when I coached my kids, my 8th grade kids, and they said, Coach, it's tough to be a scholar athlete. It's
been
tough.
there, done that. You've done it.
I don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it.
I've done it.
No
you
excuses.
Can do it. If I could do it, you could do it as well. And so I'm grateful that through my experiences I can pass it down to them, and I won't accept any excuse. And I won't allow my kids to be bland or just be average. And so like I always tell them, I won't let them down, and I'm gonna do my best to do that.
Oh my goodness, I love this. Our cameraman was asking us before you came, what was my favorite interview, and I was naming 2 or 3 of them. Hey, okay, now today this is one of the. I'm saying this is a favorite one because you put the family, all of that in there. So many messages in what you do. And thank you for taking the time to come see us at the Hill Country Network.
Young lady, I appreciate it. Anytime, if I can ever come back on, please let me know. Continued success for you as well. You're doing a magnificent, fabulous job.
Thank you. So you heard what he said now. I'm doing a fabulous job.
Yes, you is. Yes,
y'all come back for another episode of Meet My Mississippi Authors and Artists on the Hill Country Network. Stay tuned because we're going to have the bomb guests on here. You didn't even expect NBA star, right? Hey, we had what? NBA. I said NBA, didn't I? Oh, stop. Leave that out. NFL.
Maybe I'm both.
He could have been that.
I can do NFL and the NBA. Never know, even the major leagues.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming. And y'all check out these products. They're wonderful and they're great for gifts. So come back. See us.
Thanks, guys.
It's inside me, girl. It's in the air. It's who I am through and through. It won't take long till it gets to you. It's everywhere. Mississippi magic is sweet molasses breeze. God, country, family, that's what it means.